All right, starting with our gappers here. LIPO number 1, which I do somewhat like this morning. My only concern is the daily high at 130. That is a bit of an issue, but if we can clear up through the 130s after the bell, which we're right now in the 120s, pulling back a bit here, going into 910. If we can find buyers today over that 130, you do have some nice range here today to about 1.6. You've got the range to 160, and then over 160, of course, you've got the range to pretty much $2. So you've got 190 after that, I would say, and then 2. So we can watch this one today to 160, and I'll say a 1.8 to be a bit more conservative. But I would just watch this over 130. I wouldn't really watch it much lower. I mean, you can maybe watch it off of the lower, like $1 area if you want to watch this as well for pulls off of VWAP, which currently sits at $1. You can do that today too, and I might keep an eye on it that way. If we want to watch it over like 105, we'll say 105 because VWAP should start to curl up here with price here shortly. But let's do that. Let's watch it around like $1.05, or watch it above $1.30. Both of those look pretty good. Look pretty good. Plenty of range. Of course, your range from this dollar area would just be back up into the 130s. Let's see. And if you guys have got sound, please let me know real quick over on the Discord chat. Take like 2 seconds of your time. Just let me know if you got sound. That way we can all make sure that we're on the same page here and nobody's having any issues. All right, so right now we've got LIPO either over 130 or off of $1. I like it either way. It's not a bad look, and I feel like we can probably catch some opportunity on it today if we just focus on really what matters. Focus on what's got that strength this morning, and we should be able to pull something off. YIBO, this is a Singaporean, this is a China name. Okay, this is a China name on YIBO. Let's see. China pump this morning. Looks like it's nearing the all-time highs, which sit at $4. It's actually above the all-time highs. We may watch this one today. If it finds buyers over 4 out of the open today, this is one to keep an eye on, I feel like. If we can just find buyers over 4 on this again today. It made a move this morning to about 640, but even now it's still holding over its all-time highs. We might keep an eye on this. This is YIBO, and it's not a bad look off the dips. If you want to keep watching this into the open over $4, it's not bad. It really is not bad. So we can take a look at this one out of the open too. And just keep an eye on this one pretty simply. Just watch it off $4. Don't make it any more complicated than it needs to be. You've got the pre-market high back here at $4, right in line with that low of this double bottom here forming too on the 15. So let's do that. Let's do YIBO off $4. And range on this, really just psychological levels. So, we are at all-time highs. We don't have much past price action to base anything off of here. So your range here is just going to be to psych levels. All right, so we've got the all-time highs there on YIBO. We've got LIPO to watch over 130 or off of 1. TIVC I do not like. I do not like CYTH. How's volume? Not great. LGVN, not great. So right now we've got these two gappers that I like, of course, the most out of all of the others. We've also got a few setups on the nightly watch list that we're going to go over in just a minute. Those I do like quite a bit. But as far as gappers go, like I said about Mondays, Mondays have been the slowest day of the week for the last 3 months. And that's kind of why I'm not seeing many gappers. We're seeing 2 right now, 2 that look okay. I like LIPO. My IBO's also pretty good, but it's not my favorite of the morning. Let's see. I might go ahead and go over the nightly watch list here. No other gappers look too intriguing. But that's the thing with Mondays too, is you would think that Fridays would be the slowest day, but Fridays have actually been one of the best days of the week. The past few months we've been doing amazing on Fridays. I don't know what it is, but Mondays also something about it. It's just either slow, follow through is lacking, volume is lacking, opportunity is lacking. Yeah, I just don't know. All right, so again, those are our two gappers right now. We've got the LIPO and YIBO to look at today. Both of them I like, and I feel like we'll get to play them hopefully a few times today. Let's see. Nightly watch list. We do have a few here I wanted to go over. We've got VKTX to look at today if we do find buyers back over 70 bucks. Which I doubt happens today. We're trading at 66.50 here, so we need a $4 move to even meet criteria. So I really doubt we watch that one today. WFC, I'm not really interested in watching this morning either. Kind of a waste of time. Because of the lack of volatility on it, it's not really worth our time to watch for a day trade. It is a possible swing idea, though. I'm not going to put it on my list for the morning, though. I will look at it later in the afternoon for a potential swing. We have WINT to keep an eye on from its move on Friday. I want to watch this one off of 610, which it actually already kind of reclaimed off that spot this morning once. I just want to watch it after the open. Do we find buyers again over that 610, or does it start to knife down through lows again? And as long as it holds off those lows off 610, then I want to watch this. Let me double check that real quick and make sure those levels are still going to be valid. But from the nightly watch list, that's how I like it today. I don't like it anywhere lower, really. Let me just double check. No, yeah. So just wait for buyers out of the open on WINT. If we do find some buyers, watch for dips. And we can probably hopefully play that for a move today back up into the mid 8s. I know a bit weak here in pre-market so far on it, so I'm not sure if we'll get to play it, but if we do, that's the game plan. So watching it over 610 or that range back to 880. And like I said, if it doesn't find buyers out of the open, just leave it be. Leave it alone. And last but not least, the biggest stock that we had last week, made the most money from it. SERV did amazing on this last week, and it's already making a move this morning, which I'm really, really surprised about. It's kind of shocking. I wanted to watch it today off $10. We're already making a move over 14 again, which is trying to break to the upside out of this little flag here on the 30-minute. And, you know, I might want to watch it today. I wanted to watch it off the pullbacks, but I might also just watch it over 14 too. I might just watch it over 14. Yeah. We might just do that. It's not a bad look. It really isn't. So let's also watch SCRV. Let's change the plan here. Watch over 14 bucks today out of the open. If we find buyers out of open, watch for pullbacks. You got the range here back up into the mid 15s. You've got 1550. Over 1550, you got the range back up into the mid 16s. And then of course you've got the psych levels overhead to 20 bucks if we do somehow break that high, which I don't know if it's going to be able to. Big rejection off the 16s last week. But if we do break the highs, you've got that range to the psychological 18, of course, and 20. But let's do that for now. Let's watch this over $14. I know I was wanting to watch it off of 10 at this point. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to have to adjust that plan and instead watch it over 14 out of the open instead on this little flag break. So let's do that. Let's adjust that plan a bit here and do over 14. And again, the range here is going to be to 1550 and 1650. For right now, I'm just going to put 1550 with the most relevant price action. But for right now, it's kind of what I'm liking for the morning. So there's about 5 setups that I like. They look pretty good. SCRV, kind of a change in plans there, but it still looks really, really good as long as we can find buyers out of open. I just wasn't expecting a move back to the highs today, but it looks like it may want to try today. I'm just a bit hesitant, only because of the price action from Friday up here over 15 bucks. A little bit heavy, but if it finds buyers, it finds buyers. We'll see if we can't play it out of the open there. All right, so we've got about 12 minutes left until the open. And we've got 5 gappers that I'm really watching this morning. Not a huge list, but it's a pretty good list. I like it for today. And again, just keeping in mind that Mondays have been the slowest day of the week for the last 3 months. Let me go ahead and get all of these charts pulled up on my end so I'm ready for the open. And I would highly suggest that you take the time to do that now as well. So take the next couple minutes, just get all of your charts pulled up. Make sure all of your levels are marked up, the levels that we've just gone over together. If you are not prepared, you cannot expect to see success, so please make sure you do take the time to do that. Make sure you are fully prepared for the open. Now, after I get all these pulled up, please let me know as well if you have any questions before we do get into the open as well. And I'll run through some quick reminders too before we do get into the open. After I get all of these pulled up. So the only one that I don't think we're going to play today is probably VKTX. Just a bit far from criteria. It would have to make a pretty crazy move to warrant an entry, and so for that reason I kind of doubt that it's going to be something that we do play, but everything else is pretty close to criteria, and so for that reason we should have a pretty eventful open. But as a quick reminder, those of you that are new, make sure you do not trade the first day here. Make sure you do take your time going through the classroom channels, going through the Start Here category, so you have your broker set up properly, so you have everything kind of dialed in before you actually get using the service. I don't want you to come in and just get lost and just lose money for no reason. So please take your time. Learn first, earn later. And outside of that as well, if you get any DMs or friend requests from anybody with my name and it's not me, make sure you block and report them. Scammers are everywhere, so just be careful. And of course, don't chase. Make sure your sizing is proper in all of your trades. Make sure your risk is consistent. Make sure you are not sizing with a random amount of shares in every trade you take. Make sure it is calculated properly. Otherwise, you're not going to see success. All right, well, about 10 minutes now until the open. And really top setup to be watching this morning is LIPO over that 130. That is my favorite. And I'll be watching this one out of open today. About 9 minutes to go. Longest 9 minutes, it really is. And Mark, I just posted a detailed explanation on what each means there in the chat. Let's see. Did I miss anything else in chat? I do not believe that I did. Let's see. Ernie said NLSP. I didn't see it on my list this morning. Let me take a look. Oh, pending name this morning. Does it have any range? Let's see. 3440. Not much range on NLSP. You got a little bit of something. You've got range up into the mid 4s, mid 40s. I personally don't love it a whole lot, but if you want to watch it, yeah, you've got the range there. If you want to do, just maybe keep an eye on it. Got range about 44. But LIPO, really, this should be your top focus today for the most part. This one, SCRV looks really good. YIBO looks really good. There's a lot of really good gappers this morning. It's really just going to be a matter of, you know, which ones are not going to give back their gains at the open here this morning, because we've been seeing that a lot lately. We've been seeing a lot of gappers give back at the open, and then kind of you just got to really zone in and focus in on the one that does not give back, and that's what we've been doing so well lately. That's why, you know, last week we traded SCRV, I believe it was either Tuesday or Wednesday. We played it like 9 times. That was the only ticker that we traded, and that's all we really needed, right? So you just got to really zone in and focus in on what's making the moves and what's got the volume. So that's what we'll hopefully do again today with LIPO. As long as it doesn't fade at the open, we should get a few opportunities on this today. All right, those of you on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, I'm going to go and shut down those streams now to get ready for the open. We have about 6 minutes, 7 minutes now until the bell. We've gone over about 5 setups with you guys this morning that we're going to be watching at the open today. But make sure to claim your 7-day free trial to watch me trade live every single day, and I will see you guys there. Peace, guys.